Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Τα προγράμματά μας προσφέρουν πολλές γλώσσες. Παρακαλούμε δείτε suprememastertv.com/schedule.
I think an important aspect to think about when we're talking about climate change or when we're talking about animal agriculture is how they're so intersectional.
Continue watching to find out more.
Building a Peaceful Planet for All Beings features courageous beings who strive for a world of harmony and upliftment, whose exemplary works will surely serve as benchmarks and blueprints in our journey towards a resplendent future. They are harbingers of peace who champion enlightened, noble causes, such as veganism, which not only help to save lives, but rekindles our innate compassion and awakens us to our true divine nature. Dear viewers, we are at a critical crossroads in our history. Let us all join hands to build a prosperous and sustainable future for all beings.
I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billion, trillions of years to produce this planet, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love.
Greetings, loving viewers. I'm Adam. Oh my man, how you feel means how are you feeling in Liberian English. The open-minded Liberians are thrilled to dwell on earth with such a miraculous creation of God as you. Welcome to the concluding episode of our series entitled Building a Peaceful Planet for All Beings, Youth Climate Movement Torchbearers, Climate Now and Sunrise Movement, Part 4 of 4. According to the U.S. National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or NASA, the signs of climate change are now prevalent across the globe. Glaciers have shrunk, the sea level has risen, and heat waves have intensified. Scientists have been warning us about the effects of global warming for decades. Kate spoke out on the sense of despair felt by many young people today.
I think what a lot of us have felt of looking at this climate crisis and realizing we are not doing enough. We are not succeeding at winning this battle.
Or, as Sarah puts it,
the climate crisis was the defining issue of my generation. That the climate crisis affected everyone. And it truly meant life or death.
That may be why today's youth climate organizations like Climate Now and Sunrise Movement are laying out the boldest visions like the Green New Deal and skipping school to promote them. Currently, only two hurdles appear to be in the way for the Green New Deal. One is the misperception that there are not enough specifics in the plan. The other is the perception that it is too costly to implement. Both of these objections can be overcome easily with one stroke if the benefits of a societal shift to a vegan diet were to be spelled out in the plan, replete with supporting scientific data. Additionally, the country can potentially save trillions a year in healthcare costs simply by adopting a healthful vegan diet. Following the Green New Deal resolutions set back in the Congress in March 2019, Sunrise Movement had big plans to join 8 other youth climate groups on the 50th Earth Day in April 2020 to make a big push for the Green New Deal. Unfortunately, Earth Day was sidelined by the COVID-19 outbreak. The COVID-19 pandemic has taken an immense toll on human lives and the world economy. If there is a silver lining to this terrible scourge, it is that it may be a wake-up call, one that presents an opportunity for humanity to right the ship once and for all. How could we do this? Our beloved Supreme Master Qinghai, from the vantage point of a fully enlightened spiritual master, revealed her inner knowledge of the root cause of the COVID-19 plague. She disclosed that, like most major epidemics of the past, such as the Spanish flu, Ebola, swine flu, AIDS, avian flu, SARS, and MERS, COVID-19 is a direct result of our exploitation of animals and encroachment on nature. She lovingly advised that a vaccine is only a temporary measure. As it happens, climate change is also primarily a consequence of our abuse and slaughtering of over 70 billion land animals and 1.2 trillion aquatic animals every year. Sarah Goody of Climate Now spoke about the obvious solution, perhaps our only lifeline remaining.
I think an important aspect to think about when we're talking about climate change or when we're talking about animal agriculture is how they're so intersectional. It's basically saying that if we do not change how we're living right now, if we don't change the way our government works and how each of us approach our lives, our society is going to end. And the animal agriculture industry in particular is one of the leading causes for climate change. And I think it's so important to take this into account when we look at climate activism, because that is one way that we are going to create a solution.
Sarah's point about the link between climate change and livestock coincides with those of Kate and Ramos in previous episodes. The detrimental effects of our current animal-based food system do not end there. As the UN Intergovernmental Panel for Climate Change, IPCC, pointed out in its 2019 special report, climate change and land, higher temperature, frequent droughts, severe storms, floods, and unstable climates from global warming all affect food production. Our world's food baskets are in serious jeopardy. This IPCC report represents the consensus of the world's scientific community and leadership. It recommended a global food reform away from meat and dairy. As we were discussing earlier, both COVID-19 and climate change are largely brought on by ourselves through our unkindness to animals. Thus, simply by switching to a plant-based diet that our bodies are naturally designed for, we can turn the tide against climate change and the pandemic, as well as prevent any future outbreaks. Supreme Master Ching Hai is fully aware that the consumption of animal products is deeply ingrained in many cultures. Moreover, meat and dairy have been discovered to contain natural substances which can have an addictive effect on the body, making it difficult for some people to transition away from consuming them. To overcome these obstacles, she suggests all hands on deck. This means individual resolve, community support, media help, and government legislation.
It has to start from the government and the media because they are the most powerful tools to spread information to the people at large. They have to go over the boundary of protocol and habitual routine work because this is a special situation and it needs special measurement, even desperate measurement. The government can ban the meat indoor, outdoor, or in the restaurant. The government can let the public know about the beneficial effect that we can have by having vegetarian diet. They have to publicize it everywhere.
Indeed, given what is at stake on the climate front, given that meat consumption is linked to many chronic diseases and epidemics, and given the cruelty inherent in animal-based products, it is high time for humanity to consider treating meat and dairy the same way we treat many of the other disease-causing and/or unethical substances, such as ortolan, artificial sweetener cyclamate, and bushmeat, which are banned in the USA. On March 24, 2020, Supreme Master Ching Hai again made a plea to the world leaders and governments to adopt such bans to rescue life on Earth.
Oh, my kind human fellow beings, God granted you the power to take care of our world. What are you doing with it? Please act on it now and rescue our world. We are a civilized race of beings, intelligent race of beings. It's 21st century. Many masters comes and go, teach us benevolence and kindness to all beings. We cannot continue massacring other beings or humans. No more causing any harm, any pain, any fear to animals, because kindness will beget kindness, and compassion will beget compassion. Mercy will beget mercy from heaven. As you sow, so shall you reap. The Bible states that. All the main religion of the world states that. And this vegan law is the most effective way to save our world. Because you know well, by now, by UN warning, by scientific research report, we know that the meat, fish, eggs, milk, laboratory tests on animals, leather industry, anything to do with hurting animals, domestic or wild, are detrimental to our world. We talk about all kinds of climate reduction or reducing air pollution, but animal raising, fish, egg, milk industry, etc., anything to do with animals, are the worst producers of lethal methane gas, which heats up our planet. So, stopping these brutal, murderous businesses is the fastest way to cool our earth. That's the right thing, and that's all you have to do. Everything else will fall into place. It will be all benevolence, merciful, compassion, happiness all over our planet if you do that. With all my love, best wishes, and God bless. Thank you again. You understood it all. Please, just do it. Just one act of righteousness, vegan law, and vegan lifestyle. Thank you.
There is no question that the well-being of humans and the well-being of our co-inhabitants are inextricably intertwined. We have to face the truth that the only way for humans to continue living on Earth is to make peace with our co-inhabitants. So will the world adopt strong measures like the vegan law in time to save humankind and other inhabitants on Earth? A lot may ride on our youth who are bravely stepping up to the plate to demand of our leaders the kind of urgent action our planet so desperately needs. We are profoundly grateful to Supreme Master Ching Hai for her wisdom and divinely inspired guidance. We are also deeply appreciative of the San Francisco Vegetarian Society for its tireless efforts for the vegan cause and for granting us access to the discussion panel footage. We sincerely thank Sarah, Ramos, Kate, and all climate activists of the world who sacrificed their time, schoolwork, and earnings to work for a better tomorrow for all Earthlings. May heavens bless and protect you and your loved ones forever. To learn more about Climate Now, please visit climatenow.solutions. To learn more about Sunrise Movement, please visit sunrisemovement.org. Tender-hearted viewers, thank you for your company with us throughout this series. Coming up next is A Journey to Malaga, Part 2 of 9, on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May prosperity, harmony, and beatitude be your constant companion in heaven's forever grace.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VEG.